All right, back again for another Monster Bass box unboxing. And this month this is the September 2020 box for Regional Pro Series for the South, as always. One thing I will note, and it's kind of a kudos to Monster Bass. I did get an email from them. I've moved my shipment to the beginning of the month. Sometimes these limited edition boxes, they've done like a Strike King takeover box and top water box, lunker hunt box, those sort of things. If you don't move your shipping to the beginning of the month, you may not get the limited edition boxes, things like that. So I moved it up. I got an email from Rick, the owner of Monster Bass, generic email blast, just saying that the boxes were a little bit late shipping. So right now it is middle of September instead of the first week of September. So, but the cool thing was that, they let me know, and they, I think, offered a discount code on the website, something like that. So that was kind of cool of them. But, it's just wanted to, a lot of times people complain about companies and they say a lot of bad things about them, but they don't emphasize the good stuff. And so a lot of times reviews, things you hear online are pretty negative. So I wanted to bring that up. I thought that was cool that they had reached out. I wasn't really sweating it, wasn't really worried about it, especially in the time of the Rona. I don't, always expect things to arrive on time. So, but it was cool that they kind of reached out and gave that heads up. So go ahead and open the box. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I did an add-on, so I'm going to point that out and take it out of the box right away. And sure enough, it's right here on the top, which is this Fast Freddy. This Fast Freddy was actually part of last month's box, the top water box. And I just thought it was cool. I mean, it's kind of cool, like a little hot rod looking popping frog. And I just decided I wanted it. I wanted an extra, so I did that. So that was not part of that was just an add-on. That was not part of this month's box, but this month's box is still pretty weighty. So let's take a look and see what we have here. So right off the bat, we have a Strike King Lucky Shad, and this is right here, dives 8 feet, and so that's pretty cool. I always like Strike King stuff. One of the things too, I'll point out too, is if we have different crankbaits in here, I'll kind of point out maybe some of the differences. So you can see on this one, it's an 8-foot diving crankbait, and it's got a pretty good size lip on it compared to the size of the body. And then let's see here, grab another. Okay, we'll do this one. This one's a Bait Labs, and this is Candy Shad. And it's kind of like a candy paint. Probably doesn't show up as well on the video, but there's kind of a candy paint thing here. And let's see, this one says dives 1 to 4 feet, and so you can kind of look at that one and see that the nose on it's quite a bit shallower than this one that dives 8 feet, even though I wouldn't say relatively the same size bait. I think the Bait Labs one's a little bit bigger, but just the size of that lip. So it's just something to note. A lot of times they don't mark these on the baits, unfortunately. Sometimes I'll get a Sharpie and just write a number on it, and I just know that number is the number of feet that it goes. But sometimes you can just tell if you kind of look at the size of the lip comparatively. So this is 1 to 4 feet, and this is an 8-foot lip. And then let's see what else we have in here. We have a Max Lure, and this one, and I think both these have rattles. Maybe this one doesn't. I'm looking at the Bait Labs one, but the Strike King one had a rattler in it, and this one does too. The Max Lure doesn't say a whole lot about it. I would say this one's relatively shallow diving, which is based on the size of the lip there, but there's no information on the packaging. So it just mentions a couple different things they have. These, I actually believe I have this one, and I bought it from a place that rhymes with Cabela's or a place that rhymes with Bass Pro, and because I had one like it before and I ended up losing it. So I do like, here in Texas at least, around this time, so we're getting into fall, the craw colors tend to work pretty well for me, so that's cool. I'll definitely be using that. Next up here we have the Super K jigs, and let's see, this is called a Walkabout. So this is a top water. Does not have any other, it's 1/3 ounce weight, so that's cool. If I had to say color on this, I would say it's I would call that a sexy shad color, just because of the chartreuse stripe and that kind of the blue. So that's cool. Top water game has been pretty good here in Dallas area as well. So that's cool. Let's see here. So quite a bit left in this box. This here is I don't know if I say this right, Samathus baits, and made here in the US of A. And these look like they're kind of like a, I don't know, like a drop shot or something. It's a worm, I would say. It's probably like a 3.5 inch, something like that. You could probably, drop shot this, flip it, probably a couple different things you could do. Color-wise, it's kind of, I guess it's like I would say maybe like a green pumpkin with like blue flake, something like that. And I was looking, there's no the tail on the end is kind of like a triangle or something, but it doesn't have like a paddle tail or anything like that. But maybe something that you could probably Ned rig as well. But unfortunately, there's nothing on the packaging here to suggest intended use. But that's a pretty popular style of bait, so I wouldn't be surprised. That works. Let's see here for 13 fishing. We have my name is Yef. I'm guessing that's what they're referencing. Number 3 magician. This one on the camera here, it looks more green than it probably is. It's kind of more like a clear with a green tinge to it. It looks like it has like a red black flake to it. It is super mega certified with donkey sauce and max buoyancy. And it's a 1/4 ounce. So I don't know on this one. I know 13 fishing, they're typically known for their crankbaits, but I don't know, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but I have heard of 13 fishing before. So that's kind of cool. It's even got like a little fin on here that kind of, I guess, mimics the fin of the fish. So, all right. So let's see here. Well, I guess we still got, I got a little bit left. Keep going through here. See what else we have. Here is some Big Bite Baits Pro Series. So this is a 3-inch Rojas Fighting Frog. And so you can kind of see it's a 10-pack, so a full pack of it. And that's kind of what that thing looks like. And let's see, I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to see if I can get some of the detail. I guess it kind of looks like a frog. Kind of looks like, I would say it looks kind of more like a bug, but I guess you could also, yeah, okay, all right. When you turn it over this way, this is the top. It kind of has the frog, more of a frog, like the little eye slots and everything. And this one's, it's like a, it seems like the plastic itself, it looks like it's green, and then it's got like red flake in it. So that's cool. Definitely would give that a whirl. Top water right now here in the DFW area, Dallas Fort Worth area, is pretty good. So definitely will give that a whirl. And let's see here, we've got a set of hooks. Let's see if they say anything special about these. Lever action fishing system. It's like a drop shot on steroids. Okay, made in the USA. And then here they have kind of their rigging mentioned. So I would guess, I do not know this, but my guess would be you might pair that with probably one of these two guys, the Big Bite Baits or the 13 Fishing. Let's see what else we have here. So, just a little, I guess this is a little pamphlet here. And so this just kind of walks through what's in the box. Interestingly, I'm just reading through here. So it was saying here, K&E Tackle. So I don't think I saw anything in here from K&E Tackle. And the hooks I didn't get were, I don't think these were Daiichi. I think these were something else. Standout. So maybe just they, a shortage or something, or just they put a comparable product in here. No big deal, but it does look like, I do like K&E too. I think instead of K&E they did, well, I don't know what they did with, I don't know what was candy. Maybe it was this Max Pro lure, because I don't see that mentioned on here. Plus Max lure, maybe that is a candy brand. I don't know. I don't know, it's just something, it happens. There's another video I have too, like I had a Mystery Tackle box that didn't make it here, and they had to send me a new one, and then the other box finally showed up, and they were completely different, so it happens. So cool, typical MonsterBass sticker for the month. And then this is kind of new. What we have here, this is a Bass Care 101. And this is, I guess, talking about taking care of the bass, I guess, for catch and release. So it's just talking about probably telling you like aeration and so that's kind of cool. Little guide here on water temperature, oxygen, and just kind of handling of a fish. So, all right, that's cool. And then I kind of glossed over it, but there was a coupon code on here for $10 off at AFTCO. So I don't know, I'll have to check that out, see what AFTCO is. And then that is it. That is it for September in the box. We'll just kind of start putting all that back in here. And look, I don't know if you're interested, let's see. So we've got one set of hooks. I'm gonna put that as one item. 2 items, the big bite bait. 3, oh boy, 4, 5, 6. So 8 baits. We're not counting this guy, and sticker and the info card. So that's cool. So pretty exciting box, honestly. Maybe not my, I did like some of the takeover boxes, and the top water box pretty cool, but a lot of the stuff in here, I definitely would incorporate into my tackle box. So and I'm gonna start trying to do that in some of these videos, kind of talk about what I would or wouldn't use. So definitely I would use crankbait. Crankbait's probably my biggest go-to. I'm starting to really like the top water stuff. So this one would definitely be one I would probably give a whirl. The Maxilix, I already use these. I've already got one, and so yeah, I definitely use that. I don't know. I mean, this one, it's not the most high-end looking one, but it catches fish and it works. This Bait Labs one, yeah, I'd probably definitely use that. The plastics are probably the ones that I kind of, it's an area that I need to get better at and use them more. But I'd probably give these. I would probably rig these up and drag these through the water. These smaller ones, honestly, these would probably be the ones that I wouldn't use. Or, I don't do a lot of drop shotting, but I'm not very good at it, so maybe that opportunity to get better. The frogs, I probably definitely would use that. The hooks I'll use. So, like I said, it's out of this whole thing, maybe one that I wouldn't use. This one I probably wouldn't use often. And then the rest of these, I would definitely throw when conditions permit. So that's the box. That was it for the month. And stay tuned for next month. If you guys want to see other boxes, let me know too. I've been thinking about Battle Box or some of these other monthly subscription boxes. I'm happy to get them. Check them out. Also, check out my review I did for ReadyWise, the emergency food as well. That was kind of interesting. Just a little teaser for that. It was, probably something I would definitely look into that before I just relied on it in an emergency situation. The concept was good, but the execution was kind of poor. So maybe check that out, kind of learn a little bit about that, and I will catch you guys later.